Well, so much for spring. Parts of the Eastern Cape are covered in a thick blanket of snow, but the gloomy weather has caused havoc in some areas. The Lootsberg and Wapads-berg passes in Graaff Reinet area were closed due to excessive snow. Well, our reporter Busi Mantashe spent the day in a snow-covered HOGSBACK.
A winter wonderland, a rare opportunity as it's usually a July spectacle. Snow also fell over other parts of the province, with light falls even recorded in the Kloof on Friday. But whether it's July or spring, snow is always a threat.
Very excited. It's super cold, but such an experience. It's amazing.
Never ever seen snow before.
Yeah, this is the
it's so cool. I'm so excited.
Not that cold, but like cold that you can play in snow.
The cut-off weather system realized heavy rain showers over the western half of the Eastern Cape. In the Kloof, some areas recorded more than 200 millimeters. Good news for dams supplying the metro, as this is the main catchment area. The towns of Jupetina and Kariedo recorded more than 160 millimeters. But flooding around Port Elizabeth displaced hundreds. They are being housed in community and school halls.
Currently at this moment my fridge is not working anymore, my cupboards and everything in the houses, even the chairs that we're sitting on, it's broken, it's damaged, so I don't know from here. The
inclement weather has already started clearing from the west. Showers are predicted in the eastern half of the province on Sunday as the system continues to move and dissipate. Busisiwe Mantashe, SABC News, HOGSBACK.
And large parts of the Northern Cape are also experiencing icy cold weather and snow. Snowfalls have been reported in several towns. Well, it's snowing in Dar in the Northern Cape for the first time since June 1981. Resident Des Merrington says it's been snowing relentlessly since morning. Merrington says surrounding towns are also experiencing snowfall. Victoria West, also in the Northern Cape, has so far seen about 15 centimeters of snow. There are also reports of snowfall in Loxton and Sunderland. Sub-zero temperatures are forecast for tonight. Well, to explain why we are seeing all of this snow in spring, we're joined by meteorologist Azwitakadzi Tuwani. Azwi, thank you very much for your time, certainly this evening. I think everybody's confused. It's springtime, we're expecting the flowers to bloom, but all this gloomy weather, what's happening?
Yeah, and we'll be talking about black frost now, but this happens almost every year. It's just that it is very difficult to track when the transitioning time will be happening. Sometimes it happens in the middle of August, sometimes it happens in the middle of September or in the beginning, like what we're currently seeing. So this is normal because in the transitioning season, it means that we are moving from one season to the other. So we have the best of both. We can have very hot days to warm days, and then again we can have extremely cold days like what we currently have, with a strong cut of low that has come to South Africa and has brought us a whole lot of cold air, bringing us lots of moisture and lots of snowfall over Eastern Cape, Western Cape and some parts of KwaZulu-Natal for tomorrow.
I think of major concern at this point for many people is the flooding. We've seen our reporters on the ground talking to us from areas where people have been evacuated. Are we expecting more of that, and specifically where around the country are we expecting more of this flooding to take place?
Well, taking a look at this picture, you will see that there is a thick band of cloud in KwaZulu-Natal stretching to Mpumalanga for tonight. This is where we are expecting severe thunderstorms and possibilities of flooding for tonight. Now for Eastern Cape, we still have snowfall that might be disruptive for tonight, so we're still expecting lots of snowfall in the Eastern Cape, lots of rainfall expected in KwaZulu-Natal going to Mpumalanga for tonight.
For how long, Azwi? I'm freezing.
Well, these temperatures too.
When are we going to see the sunshine again?
Well, in Gauteng, I can tell you that we're reaching the lowest level tomorrow. We are expecting 17 degrees to be our maximum, but going to Monday it is still going to be cold, so with the wind speed it might feel cold. We'll reach a maximum of 20 degrees. Now from Tuesday, that's where our temperatures will start to normalize. Warm conditions can be felt from Tuesday going onwards.
So between that and, let's say, in the next week, I'm not sure if you can forecast as far as that, but is there any concern perhaps of continuing rain over the next couple of weeks?
The next couple of weeks, that's too far. I can only tell you about next week. So far next week, we're not seeing anything intense, but there is a possibility that we might have, normal rains in some areas, but nothing intense, nothing severe.
In terms of snowfall, we're hearing from traffic authorities in the Eastern Cape. Several of the mountain passes have been closed.
Yes.
Anything we're expecting in terms of those areas clearing up as well?
Yeah, well, clearing up, that's another story, because when it starts to clear, it means that it's going to start to melt. And that is again another problem, because it is going to be muddy all over those areas, so they still need to be very careful. So tomorrow the roads will still be closed going to KwaZulu-Natal as well, and possibly some parts of Free State, mainly going to Lesotho.
Right, Azwitakadzi Tuwani, our meteorologist here at the SABC, thank you very much for your time, just shedding some light on the weather conditions that we're starting to see. Many around the country, of course, complaining about bitterly cold conditions. Flooding we're also seeing in some of the areas around the country, and certainly keeping emergency services on their feet. I think now let's